Hey guys, Derrick here. This is sort of an off-the-cuff sort of thing. I'm all by myself. Andre's busy working on the Mario World analysis and doesn't really have the time to be involved in a sort of discussion about this. But basically I want to talk to you guys about Pokémon X and Y. As many of you are aware, reviews are popping up in various sites, but unfortunately, we won't be one of them. Nintendo decided that we would not be getting an early copy. We'll be getting a copy the day of release like many other sites, because they decided that they didn't want any leaks, ironically. So they limited how many sites actually got the early copies, in which case if you're more video focused then they don't want things getting revealed, so they limited the copies. We'll get it eventually the day of release, and we'll do a review. That's still in the cards. I'm going to be working my butt off to get that up as soon as possible, so a review will happen. What it does mess with though is the potential guide for the game, because I wanted to get that up and get that ready and have all that stuff ready for you guys whenever the game came out. So you have any trouble, there it is. You can help. You can do what you need to do. So I decided to make this little thing to basically gauge what you guys want for the guide. Right now, I know I want to cover the gym leaders in Elite Four, the locations of Megastones, the locations of legendaries. What I want to know from you guys is, what else do you want me to cover? What are you interested in? What would you like to see? Because it's such a unique situation, I have the ability now to look at what you guys want and make sure to cover that, rather than just taking a stab in the dark of what you might want. So, please, give me your ideas. The other thing I wanted to announce, the other thing I'm really disappointed about this with, that I wanted to be a huge surprise. I've been planning this thing for months, ever since I've had this idea in my head. Basically, I know a lot of you have been asking for playthroughs from us. Well, you'll see little bits here and there with our Game & Watches, and you'll want to see more. And we've never really dedicated ourselves to playthroughs because we're so busy with everything else, and we just don't consider ourselves a Let's Play channel. We're more informative about, news, getting reviews out, putting a guide up, and so forth. However, I wanted to change that with Pokemon. I don't know if it will continue after this, but I wanted to do a playthrough. Except I didn't want to make it a typical playthrough, because you'll get plenty of those as the days go on, and you'll still probably see this type of playthrough upon release. But basically, I want to do a Nuzlocke run with X and Y. Probably the X version, because that's the one I prefer to get. Now, for those of you who do not know what Nuzlocke is, it is a self-imposed rule set came up by a comic artist known as Nuzlocke, who basically made a set of comics showing his run. There's 3 basic rules. 1, only 1 Pokemon can be caught per area, and it has to be the first one you see. If you accidentally cause that Pokemon to faint while you're trying to catch it, tough luck, you cannot catch any more. That's the way it goes. However, there is a caveat to that rule, because like in the beginning of Gold and Silver, you'll encounter Pokemon in the wild before you actually get Pokeballs. So I don't know what the case is with X and Y, but basically I'm starting that rule as soon as I get my first Pokeballs. Once I have those, it's 1 per area. Second, every Pokemon must be given a nickname. This is because we want the design of Nuzlocke is to provide more challenge and to create a much deeper bond with your Pokemon, and also encourage you to use Pokemon you might not normally use. So, that's a really cool feature of it. However, the third and most important one, and the one that causes the most heartbreak by far, is the third rule. If a Pokemon faints, it is considered dead, and you must immediately release it into the wild. Doesn't matter which Pokemon it is, it could be your starter, it could be, a super rare Pokemon you found. If it faints, it's dead. So, that provides a heck of a lot of challenge and has made it interesting and much more heartrending than, typical losses. It fosters that connection. And I wanted to do that for you guys. I wanted to try it with X and Y, make a nice, fun playthrough of me talking, getting my live reactions. It'd be edited together. It wouldn't be like each episode covering everything I do, because I want to get rid of, the fluff, because these are long games and I don't want to spend too much time with it. But basically, once I get the review done, once I get the guide done, and everything else that you got, and have all that set, I'm going to go back through and play either X or Y. I'll leave that up to you guys as well, honestly, because I prefer X, but if you guys want me to go through Y instead, we'll do that. And basically do another playthrough and record it live, so you have my immediate reactions if and when a Pokemon faints. You'll get that honest reaction out of me. So I just wanted to give this little update, and timeline. For whenever I do finally start it, it'll probably be a Saturday and Sunday release, so only 2 days a week, because I need time to get ahead, plus I have all the other work with GameXplain. It just seems to be like it will fit the best timeline. Plus, we don't really release a whole lot on Saturdays and Sundays, so I think that'll fit into our schedule the best. So that's our update. Review is coming. Hopefully, I'm hoping to get through it within a week and get the review up. I'm going to be marathoning Pokemon, so this ought to be fun. And then we'll get a guide, and once again, tell me guys what you think. And if you guys like the idea of me doing a playthrough for the Nuzlocke Run for X and Y, let me know. I just want to gauge your guys' interest, give you a little update, and go from there. So, as always, thank you for watching. Look forward to seeing you guys' reactions, and I appreciate all the kind reactions to my top 10 Pokemon video. I have literally read every comment that's come through so far, and it's great to see that kind of fan reaction. So, once again, thank you. You guys take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye.